great will it be not to struggle with what you eat, how much you should eat, and have a healthy relationship with food?
And how great will it be when you look in the mirror and you love that person looking back at you?
We have helped hundreds of women lose weight and feel great. We didn't find this in our 20s or 30s. We found this in our 40s when we were comfortable in our own skin. And let's face it, that's when life truly begins. Hi, I'm Marcia, co-founder of Chics. I love nutrition so much, I decided to go to eCornell and get my whole food plant-based certification. I learned so much about a lifestyle and not a diet. But of course I loved fitness. I've been certified as a personal trainer, biomechanics of resistance training, and over 65 working with geriatrics, with prenatal and postnatal as well. And I'm also certified in life coaching. I thought this entire lifestyle, I needed to embrace it for myself, because who is the perfect person to practice all these certifications firsthand on? It was me. Once I started accomplishing this and becoming a better coach, and a coach that I'm proud of my skills to share with you.
Hi, I'm Jackie, co-founder of Chics. So I decided to study and get my BS in nutrition and dietetics in college, went on to practice as a registered dietitian, and then I learned later on that my true passion and purpose is in coaching and helping other women achieve their healthy and find their healthy. So I did my certified well coaches, I got certified in yoga, I work with the Lifestyle Medicine Institute as a complete health improvement program facilitator, where they practice lifestyle medicine. And it's so amazing doing what I love, what is my passion and purpose in life, so I can help you on this incredible journey of life.
By the end of this video, we're going to teach you to start losing weight in your 40s and beyond. Let's get started.
A common misconception is that your metabolism slows down in your 40s and that you gain weight, and then you're going to have to start taking medication for blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugars, anxiety meds, the list goes on. But guess what? That doesn't have to be the case. A new study shows that your metabolism remains the same from 20 to 60. No excuses, my friends. And then after 60, it only declines at 0.7% per year, which is not much. So what does that mean? It means that we have to stay active throughout the day, move your body, and process your food, get your sleep, and lose some weight. We asked you what your biggest struggles are with a healthy lifestyle, and there was an overwhelming response that you wanted to lose weight. And you know what? It seems like it would be so easy peasy, like calories in, calories out. If you're consuming less calories than what you're burning, you should lose weight, right?
Right.
Well, it's not always the case. We both have clients where they keep track of the number of calories that they're eating and how many calories they're burning with their exercise, and they're eating less calories than what they're burning, and they're still not losing weight. Grab that pen and paper, because we're about to get started.
As women, we've counted calories, we've counted macros, we've restricted food groups like fruit, there you go, and none of this is sustainable long term. So let's talk about the quality of the food. Let's start with going back to the basics, unprocessed food. Now, what does unprocessed food mean? It means eating food in its closest to natural state.
They're super nutrient dense. They've got a ton of vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, and nutrients that are good to you. They promote health. So you know what? Let's take a look at some of the foods that are the leading contributors to weight gain, and then we can look at some alternatives, okay? So some of the biggest components to expanding waistlines are sugary sweetened beverages like sodas, juices, different snack foods like chips, desserts, like those packaged foods, right? Those pre-packaged foods. So what are some good changes that we can make? instead of having a sugary sweetened beverage like soda or juice, literally, water is like my go-to beverage. Absolutely love water. But sometimes people get bored. They're like, Jackie, Marcia, I do not want more water. What can I do to make it more exciting? Try some fruit-infused waters. We've done some really fun challenges.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to see how people make like these spa waters at home. It's super fun and delicious. They get so many great ideas. So you can really like splice up your waters and make them really good, and they're super hydrating and nourishing to your body. Now, coffee and tea, these are also okay beverages, but you don't want to add all that sugar or sweet and low or cream to them. So it's going to take some time to retrain those taste buds, but you do want to try and like give yourself a challenge, like a 30-day challenge of drinking your tea or your coffee without anything in it. And I guarantee you that after those 30 days, you're not going to be able to add all that sugar and all that processed crap, calorie-rich and processed stuff to your beverages. How about like protein bars?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's a big one. So a lot of the protein bars have sugar, and a lot of the protein powder that's in the protein bars, let's face it, they're crap, right? So you have sugar and crap in these protein bars, and they market them as healthy. So you might as well have a Snickers and have a protein shake because it's equivalent to the same thing. It's like, what can you do to eat a healthier bar? You can actually make your own. There's different bars on the market that have fruit, dried fruit, different nuts, oats, all packed together with a healthier sugar or no sugar at all. These are things that you need to look for that are quality, that will give you energy versus just packing on the pounds of inflammation.
Amen, sister. You know what, another one? French fries. Like, who doesn't love French fries? I love me some good French fries,
Of course,
right?
of course.
But these are not foods that we eat every day. We'll have them every once in a while. We like to say like 80-90% whole food, 10 to 20% soul food. That food that like makes you feel good on the inside, but isn't necessarily good and it's going to promote health. So instead of French fries, what are some options? How about a baked potato? Marcia, what are some of your favorite toppings that you like to put on your baked potatoes?
Okay, I like salsa, I like guacamole, I just like to put beans on there. There's so many, I would say, variations that you can put on there. And when I first had this, I would say, I call it my Southwest baked potato. Putting on the salsa, the guac, the beans, so delicious. You can put some hot sauce on there, your favorite hot sauce. I mean, it could be pico, and put some cilantro, some fresh herbs, onions.
I'm drooling.
Look at her. She's like laughing at me over here. But I'm like, yeah, we're probably hungry. But at the end of the day, back in the day, I would say, I never craved these type of foods. But now I crave it. French fries almost are so greasy that they upset my stomach. But it took me a long time to get there because back in the day, my stomach was so used to eating these foods, I wouldn't bat an eye, right? It was like, my stomach can handle it. It was an iron gut back then. But that iron gut pretty soon turns into inflammation. I was having gut issues. I wasn't feeling as good as I should be. The energy wasn't there. Like, I wasn't eating energy type of food. French fries were for fun, but I was eating them on a regular basis. But at the end of the day, those were energy promoting foods. And of course, being over 40, you can gain weight. That inflammation will pack on super fast.
Absolutely. And I want to also touch on potatoes because a lot of you think, oh my gosh, I cannot eat potatoes. Like white potatoes, no way. Sweet potatoes, there's like too many carbs. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so potatoes are actually good for you. It has all the essential amino acids in it, believe it or not. I didn't know this. There was a guy who did a potato diet for a year. That's all he ate was baked potatoes. Now, he was severely obese, and he decided to try this and was under a doctor's care and did this for an entire year and lost like 100 pounds. And I thought,
we're not recommending this. But
we're not recommending this at all, but if you Google it or go on YouTube and find it, it's a great story because this guy was able to live off potatoes. Now you think that's crazy, like was he starving? No, because potatoes had vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and all the essential amino acids. It even has protein, believe it or not. So someone like him who ate baked potatoes or potatoes in every way except for fried, he had a journey of losing weight. Now, I'm just saying that's kind of out there. But one meal of eating a baked potato, I'm not saying you're eating potatoes every day, or you're chopping these potatoes up and I want to say sauteing them, that's frying them, but putting them in some veggie broth and baking them in the oven are super delicious.
Or air fryer, couple crispers,
air
all
fryer.
kinds of fun things to do.
All kind of fun things you can do that can replace that.
Mhm.
Again, do not fear potatoes. Potatoes are good for you, whether they're Japanese potatoes, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, russet. There's so many potatoes. I actually do eat potatoes pretty regularly.
And they're so good. All right, how about chips?
Okay.
Chips are a staple, right? But guess what chips have? Tons of fat, tons of salt. They're processed.
Oil.
Yeah, oil. Yes, there's like really nothing nutrient dense in there, nothing that's nourishing and healing your body. You're actually adding inflammation to your body when you are eating chips. So one of the things, I actually did this in college. So instead of having like tortilla chips, which I loved, I would get corn tortillas from the grocery store, cut them up in like little squares, and then I would bake them in the oven. A little bit different texture. I would put a little bit of salt on them. They were so good, and I would eat them with salsa. Super, super delicious, super easy to make, and they're way easier to make now with those air fryers. And let me tell you, air fryers, worth the money. So freaking good.
We're all about the air fryer.
And the Instant Pot.
Yeah, and you can even take baked potatoes, slice them really thin. You go on Amazon, get one of those potato cutters, because it's really hard to do by hand. So use that, cut it, you lay them flat, and you can add veggie broth. If you spray veggie broth on them, put them in a copper crisper or air fry them, delicious. They taste like potato chips. And you can
season them up.
Yeah, season them up. Make some
whatever
nachos with them. And you can make healthier nachos, believe it. All your favorite foods that we're talking about here, from protein bars, I don't know if that's your favorite food, but protein bars, chips, French fries, all these can be made healthier. Now we're saying that you don't have to not ever eat these foods ever again. That's not true. We do eat these foods, but we eat them in a little bit.
Let's also talk about fruit, because this is a big one that people get so confused with.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that come to, women, mainly women, saying fruit makes me fat. And that's not true. We know that you're probably eating your processed foods on the side and then blaming it on a piece of fruit. Hey, I've done it before. I would literally go have a couple cheat meals, have some wine, do some drinking, and then I would try to be healthy that next week and blame it on that banana made me fat. Like, oh, I can't eat fruit, it's got too much sugar. But you guys, it has fiber. Fruit has fiber, it has vitamins, minerals, nutrients. It's very healing. For instance, a strawberry has antioxidants, so does blueberries. And you need this, it's great for anti-aging. And it's very healing to the free radicals in the cell. You have these cells and it repairs. It is so good for you. And a lot of people fear fruit for making them fat. Hey, I've been on that fat diet before, I can relate. I skipped fruit, I was not gonna touch a banana. And even back in the day when I did get introduced back to fruit, I would only do half a banana because I thought it was gonna make me fat. But yet, I would have that yummy little cheat meal at that Mexican, which was 5,000 calories and a couple margaritas, and I thought it was that banana. I would blame that banana for doing that to me. Can you
Not
believe
the
that?
chips, not the margarita,
Yeah.
but the good, real, whole, nourishing, and healing food, the banana.
The banana. It's the banana's fault.
So take it back to basics, unprocess your food, start taking out, try and remove most of the oil, most of the fats that are like oil and processed, most of the added sodium and salt that comes in prepackaged foods, and try and shop in the perimeter of the grocery store. Have foods that are nourishing and healing to your body, closest into their natural state, and enjoy every minute of it. But be patient with yourself, because it can take up to 7 times for your taste buds to adjust and to learn to like these new flavors. So we are challenging you. We want you to start eating more real, whole, unprocessed foods. Start adding them into your diet. Try one a day. Try one with every meal. Let us know how that goes.
I hear you. I'm busy. I got a full-time job. I've got a family. I've got kids. I've got a husband. I've got a dog. I've got too much on my plate. I've got social events. We've heard it all. In our next video, we're going to show you Wendy, who is 50 years old, who is married, has kids, a full-time job on how she did it.
We want to hear from you. What is one takeaway that you heard from the conversation that you can implement today?